You're watching NFL Daily. I am Tom Dunn. Here with a look at the latest NFL news and rumors. And we begin with maybe just the perfect 2021 story. That is around Aaron Rodgers, who revealed today he is dealing with a fractured pinky toe. And he suffered that injury while in quarantine following his COVID-19 positive test diagnosis. Rodgers had joked on the Pat McAfee show that it was COVID toe. And he joked actually multiple times on this, initially last week and then again on Tuesday or Monday, whichever day it was. They all blend together for me at this point. But it was, I thought, in a joking manner. And then the Wall Street Journal and other major news organizations wrote Aaron Rodgers has COVID toe, which, to sum it down, is a symptom you can get from the COVID, leads to blisters and peeling and just general discomfort. I would liken it to, remember when Antonio Brown left his wet socks on in the cryo freezer? Probably something along those lines. Well, welcome to 2021. Aaron Rodgers sending sex to Rex Ryan here on his Zoom media press conference, showed off his foot. See, there's nothing wrong. There's no peeling, nothing along those lines. He just has to play through that fractured pinky toe, and it's a really weird story as Rodgers is back, but will manage that injury throughout the season. And I am just flustered and lost with this entire story because it doesn't really make any sense whatsoever. Welcome to 2021, where Rodgers' kind of jokey comment got taken out of context, or not out of context, but didn't pick up on the joke, and kind of his fault in the end for saying it. Either way, no COVID toe. As weird as that sounds, say out loud. It's just I guess in quotes, a fractured pinky toe. So what is your one-word reaction to Rodgers' toe injury? Rex Ryan does not count. That's 2 words. Weird? Probably the route I would go, and have some fun. Be creative for me in the comments section with your one-word reactions. The Chicago Bears take on the Detroit Lions Thanksgiving Day / morning, depending on which time zone you're in. The Bears have lost 5 straight games, and I very much wonder if this is the end of the line for the Bears head coach. Now, there was a report from something called The Patch. Why we give credit to that, I don't know. That said the Bears ownership had told Matt Nagy he was going to be fired after the Lions game. First off, that does not pass the smell test, because why would you tell a coach they're being fired and let them coach a midseason game? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. There are reports that Matt Nagy's lost the locker room, that ownership had to tell Nagy to start Justin Fields, a quarterback that he didn't want to start Andy Dalton. There's all kinds of drama. I think it's only a matter of time, though, before Nagy's done in Chicago and gets fired. 2018, his first year, 12-4, the double doink or whatever it was, and then they go 8-8 back-to-back years. They didn't make the playoffs. Mitch Trubisky gets the meme award of the Nick VP or whatever it was officially called, the MVP. And then this year, 3-7, as the Bears have had yet another multi-game losing streak. It is a real problem for Chicago. He is above 500 for his career. I think he's about done, though. The question is really, I think, a matter of when Matt Nagy gets fired. Not if, but when. The Bears have not fired a coach before the end of the year, but this might be the exception. So will he be fired before the season ends? Maybe even the Friday after Thanksgiving. Type in F for fire, they get fired before then, or K for keep. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad break comes on YouTube, head down to the comments and let me know. It is Pro Bowl season, which I hate, just so we're all clear. But we had figured we'd update you guys on some of the leading vote getters. At the top, maybe no surprise, Jonathan Taylor, Cooper Kupp. Those guys have been balling this year. The Pro Bowl is A, popularity contest, and B, a statistical contest, and that checks off there. Travis Kelce has not been as good as usual, you see out of Travis Kelce, but he's big name, big team, makes sense. Myles Garrett for the Browns is maybe your defensive player of the year favorite. Trevon Diggs in that conversation as well. Plus, Diggs got that Cowboys voting boost, as Dallas actually has the most Pro Bowl votes by team. Nothing terribly shocking with this. 5 good, if not great teams. KC has not been great this year. The Patriots have been playing pretty well. 2 of the biggest teams in the NFL from a fan base perspective, Dallas and New England. The Rams have gotten plenty of buzz because they're so good. The Chiefs, Mahomes and those skill guys. And the Ravens also have a pretty good team this year. So nothing terribly outlandish there, especially when you figure some of the other big market teams like producer Marshall's Giants are bad this year, and therefore not going to get very many Pro Bowl votes. I want honest answers to this next question because I'll be honest with you, I don't watch the NFL Pro Bowl. I find it boring, I find it to be bad television, and it's not entertaining. And there's so many other things I can do, even watching different types of football, like the college side of things there, and film study for draft stuff. So do you watch the Pro Bowl? Be honest with me. Y for yes or N for no? You can, by the way, bet on the Pro Bowl, which I have never done. I am told that Gamblin' Sam has bet multiple times on the Pro Bowl, and he's 0 for 3. Kind of embarrassing right there. All right, you can head over to BetUS, chatsports.com. I'm doing a sponsor read. You can't come in here and say I'm doing a sponsor read. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code NFL Daily. Get a 125% deposit bonus when you put down at least $100. You got to use the URL, chatsports.com/bet, promo code NFL Daily. That way, in case you get some bets wrong, like maybe me who went 0-5 last week, you've got plenty of extra money left over. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code NFL Daily. Let's hit Lamar Jackson now, as the Ravens quarterback missed last week with something weird. It was not COVID. It was an illness of some type that prevented him from really being involved at practice, and he just didn't look right even walking to the field from the team bus there, as he was stricken with something. I've heard his diet, by the way, is not very good. I've heard he just eats terrible food, which I do too. It helps keep up the immune system, but he wasn't able to play. He should be back this week, though, which is a big deal for Baltimore. They gutted out a win with Tyler Huntley against the Chicago Bears. That's going to be a big reason why Matt Nagy gets fired. But in terms of value, how important a player is to their team, you can make a very real argument that there is nobody more valuable to their own team than Lamar Jackson. Is he the most consistent passer? No. And his numbers aren't elite either in terms of the raw stat output. That's why he's probably not going to MVP. But you take away Lamar Jackson from this team, and as we kind of saw, the offense more or less shuts down. The ground game has been decimated by injuries. The O-line's not that great. Lamar Jackson truly is the engine for this Ravens football team. Without him, they are not a very effective football team. Getting him back will be a big deal for them as they move forward towards their push of making the playoffs and maybe making it further than what they've done previously under Lamar. If you guys want more NFL news, injury notes, updates, rumors, etc., our Red Zone coverage. Well, you're doing the Red Zone this week, right, Marshall? It's back with you? Yeah, producer Marshall back on that again. Hit that big red button and subscribe for more NFL coverage every single day. It's free, folks. It's a pretty darn good deal. Let's talk Everson Griffen on a more serious note here. The good news is that Griffen is getting the help that he needs right now. Perhaps you saw this, perhaps you did not. Griffen posted a series of rather troubling videos to his Instagram saying someone was trying to kill him, that he had a gun in the videos and he fired it off. It didn't hit anybody, just shot it, and that Dalvin Cook got it for him somehow. And then the update this morning was that Griffen was refusing to leave his house for hours today. I think the initial update was at like 10 a.m., and then he didn't leave till like 3 o'clock p.m. or something before they were finally able to get him out of the house, and he's now receiving care. I don't want to speculate too much, but Griffen has in the past had some issues and bouts with mental health. I think that's what has happened here. Thankfully, he's okay. Hopefully, he can get the treatment that he needs and is able to get better and get back towards being the healthy human we've seen in the past. And, of course, the football side, even as a almost afterthought right now for Minnesota and for Griffen. But hopefully, things stay better moving forward.